Hey Virgo, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing an intuitive, timeless tarot reading for you. The whole point of this reading is to be helpful for you at the time that you see it. Now that being said, of course, there's a lot of Virgos in the world and not all y'all are doing the same things and going through the same things. So just be real with yourselves. Only take what resonates and what empowers you. Leave the rest. We're going to start with Oracle and then we're going to move on to Tarot. This is the Divine Feather Messenger deck. And then this is the Moonstruck deck. We're going to be getting a daily affirmation. If you guys have never been to my channel before and you're giving it a chance, you're wondering, is this a good fit? Thank you so much for your time to check it out. I like praying for everybody. So if you would like for me to pray for you, it's part of my spiritual practice to do so. And I encourage everybody to join in. It's really a loving community. Simply say hi in the comments section. Okay, that's too many. Thank you very much. Like 17 fly out for you. Yeah, simply say hi in the comments section. Even leave an emoji if you're shy, and that gives us something that we can focus on that represents your energy. Only love and light here, you guys. There's too much negativity in the world. Best way to rebel is just to love each other up. We're starting with employment change. Your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported each step of the way. Right on. So maybe you guys will be taking new steps in your own company or at whatever business you work at. Maybe some of you guys are changing careers. But this is your daily affirmation. Failure is only learning. I move with confidence and resilience. And I think it's this recent quote of Ed Sheeran, who I think was at it hardcore for 8 years before he even got discovered. But, some people are at it for a lifetime. And he was saying, man, I really wish there was more emphasis on failure and how important it is. Because when you look at it a little closer, there's no such thing as failure. You never learn anything from success. And in fact, I think Robin Williams said the same thing. You learn nothing from success. You learn everything from failure, or what we deem failure. Nothing to be afraid of. Failure is only learning. I move with confidence and resilience. Right on, Virgo. And lastly, we have the message. Universal laws and truths are now being revealed. Use this energy to create your reality. Very empowering. I love it for you guys. All right, you guys, what's coming towards Virgo at the time of seeing this video? Please make it clear. This one wants to fly out. What is it? 5 of Rods. Keep that in mind. We only take the cards that fly out for you because it's a conversation with tarot and I'm only the interpreter. So I like to stay out of it. What does Virgo need to know at this time? Please make it clear. If they fly out in reverse, that's how we read them. We respect the way they lie on the table. Anything else? So I'm going to give you guys a general viewpoint of what energies are coming through, and then we'll unpack it. Nice. I like seeing the 5 of Swords upside down. The Hanged Man. What an interesting energy. Bear with me. Starting off, we have High Priestess. This is an intuition. So your intuition is going to be very important moving forward. It always is though, right? Then we have your energy coming through with the Hermit card. Virgo rules over Hermit. Going inward, following one's intuition, coming out of a place of overanalyzing or even anxiety for some of you guys. That's a wonderful card to get upside down, the 9 of Swords. So, but what's interesting is that there's a unique contradiction. There's a resistance coming through in your reading, a resistance to what I don't know yet. It's a resistance to a certain kind of transformation. So that'll be really important to unpack. And there's a resistance, there's a slowness occurring, but you seem to be clicked in. In Virgos, y'all don't do anything you don't want to do. So let's unpack this because we have abundance coming through here. The Empress card talks about wonderful abundance, being noticed, and it's growth, major growth. We've got the King of Cups, who's an individual, most likely not you. So let's unpack this. High Priestess, why is she coming out here for our Virgos? What does our Virgo need to know about High Priestess energy? This is the intuition directly that we're looking at. We have the Lovers card, Gemini energy, and we have the Star card. Some of you guys might be trying to navigate your way forward with a choice. Some of you directly about love, and maybe feeling not seen, or feeling like you're grasping at hope with something, and that's why you're falling back on intuition. The Hermit energy is all about going in, and it's a similar energy as the intuitive vibe of High Priestess. What's unique about this placement is that you might be going inside in order to manifest something. You want to manifest something directly with, taking control in your life. And it could have ripple effects that affect your love life, but it doesn't have to be a love reading right now. And I say that because for some of you guys, while it might be, the Lovers card really talks about a choice too. And it's talking about harmonizing energy with another individual, with your surroundings. We need more information to really tell you whether or not this is like directly a love reading, undisputed. But it's really about wanting to get harmony in a certain area, most likely with an individual, but wanting to have more control in your life. Some of you guys might be really focused on your career, starting a business and gaining the control that you'd like in that place. And you're very pliable. You're in a unique pliability, if you don't mind me saying it that way. Like, think of clay, right? It's like you're warmed up enough to move around, to be shaped into different shapes. That's why you're going inward. You're cutting out the noise. You might be isolating a little bit more than you usually do, and it's because you need to hear those voices of the Hermit and of the High Priestess. You need to hear your intuition and some of that inner wisdom that's nudging you a certain direction. But what I like is this Nine of Swords in reverse, and it's coming out. So this is that anxiety that you're getting relief over, that maybe you were doing a lot of analytical thinking. It's that hamster in the cage going round and around, hamster on the wheel. And you're coming out of that place. And I'll tell you why, because we have this is sequentially going in order. 9, 10 of Swords is an ending, and it's a somewhat dramatic or sudden ending. But it's always darkest before the dawn. So while it's interesting because the Ten of Swords can be a tough ending, but whatever it is, it's relieving you of some of this anxiety. Temperance in reverse, here comes the resistance. I think that you don't want to change in a certain way. You don't want judgment. Whoa, all this major arcana. I feel like your plans are changing. I feel like you almost are calling it in. It's an event. Something happens that's outside of your control. Some of you guys have been going towards, and I feel like there's been an element of pressuring you towards plans that you weren't in alignment with, you didn't want to do. But some things are too intense to orchestrate in life, right? So we can do things on a spiritual level. We can pray, right? And we can envision things. We can like visualize, and we can try and manifest and everything. But it seems that there's an event that happens that kicks you into a different direction. And it's not that it's super easy, but what's really important coming through in your reading right now is that you get into alignment with something that feels right, with what feels right. For some of you guys, that's going to be in a relationship. And it could be that it just needs a couple tweaks, but you were feeling a little bit at a loss of control, or at a loss of being seen and recognized. King of Cups. It might have been for some of you guys that this is kind of spiraling out of your control, that it kind of felt like it was, and it's not like a dark, deep, intense thing. It's just kind of like, I feel like this is going in a direction that isn't in alignment with my goals and my dreams. And we have a way of, when we want to collaborate, especially in a relationship of any sort, we want to collaborate energies. Sometimes we can be so understanding, or we can be so collaborative, that pretty soon we wake up one morning and we're like, okay, I know I wanted to kind of like split the difference here, but this is all difference. This is too different. King of Cups. Who's this King of Cups for my Virgos? What do they need to know about this King of Cups? There's an opportunity coming. It's not going to stay there forever. It's an Ace of Rods. Amongst all these options, this could be definitely a love reading for some of you guys. You have two aces coming out here with the King of Cups. I'll describe the King of Cups because some of you guys will relate to its energy and some of you guys will be like, oh yeah, that's definitely somebody outside myself. King of Cups is somebody who is compassionate, empathetic, very evolved emotionally. They oftentimes are in work that is passionate and compassionate around the arts and expression, and also representing other people's expression. These can be therapists, these can be artists and musicians, these can be counselors, of course. And but this is an energy that is pretty mature. And so here we have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups rules over options and illusions. And so it's important to be discerning, right? So if this is considering one's options, it's important to look at the details. My nose is itching, so I apologize. It's always a sign. It's always a good sign, but it means I have to pay attention. So if you see me going like that, pay attention as well. So I feel that through all these options, all these cups laid out before you, when you are discerning, when you look closer, you'll see that some have serpents in them, some have gold. I feel that this King of Cups, when you look closer, this King of Cups is shining like a beacon. They're obviously the most shiny object. They're obviously the cup. And it's such a playful, such a fun energy. This opportunity won't last forever. So it's important to take it when you see it. That's with the Ace of Rods. This is a very big, passionate energy coming towards you. Now, this doesn't have to be love. This can be something creative. Could be an individual that represents a creative opportunity. Have to say that. Be a good little tarot reader and say that it can mean one of two. And why? Why is it represented by the cups? It's the sense of being fulfilled. Fills your heart, your emotional space. So it's not from a practical, logical, black and white place that we're talking about. We're talking about something that fills your sense of purpose, creativity, love, relationships. There's a flirty energy for those of you who are in the love realm. It's playful, it's flirty. For those of you guys where it's like, no way, this would be a creative thing, not love for me, then this would definitely be playful. This would be like sparkly, and there's a sense of magic attached to it, like feeling like a kid again, like asking yourself, what if? Let's just find out. Let's just experiment. Ace of Cups coming through. So this is regardless of whether it's romantic or it's creative for you, I will tell you there's a gift in this. This is a gift. It is freaking delightful, Virgo. And that's when we get to the Abundance card. We get to this Empress card. I'm going to open a new deck of cards because we've used so many. What does this Empress represent for my Virgos? Empress. What is this Empress? Queen of Cups. Whatever this King of Cups, I think they're the same. I think that they're the same. Whatever this is, I don't think you see it coming. I think it could grow beyond what you expect, and it could grow fast. And we have representing those meanings, the Moon card, which is what rules over that which we can't not see. This is the subconscious, the dream world, but also it's just behind the veil, what you don't see around the corner. And this is a very fast, triumphant energy. So let's zoom out and look at it romantically and creatively. If this is romantic for you, this is a relationship that could grow so quickly that it may feel like it's getting out of your control. But it's a beautiful energy and it's exciting. There is a storyline leading up to it. It's letting go of something that comes to kind of like, it's definitely an inevitable end, and it is done, gone, done, gone. But it's allowing you relief from some anxiety. So even if it's sudden, or even if there's some harsh words exchanged, there is some really beautiful energy attached to it. There was a resistance to change here that actually leads to a far bigger change that you don't expect. Does that make sense? I feel like it does. And then if you guys are much more relating to the creative side, I will say that the storyline is similar, that there was like a point you reached where you're like feeling unseen, feeling not even by one individual only, almost feeling like out of alignment with your true self. And you are finding your way back to something that might be new. You've dabbled in it, or you've experienced it enough that you know you may have a passion in it, but you're getting a real opportunity. You're basically finding your why, WHY, around this, and getting an opportunity to work on it. Lastly, we have the Hanged Man, and this is in reverse. So this energy has been slow. Here comes the resistance again. Some of you guys were waiting for the perfect opportunity, and you were being a little picky about it. This is just some of you guys. And the thing is when you stick around waiting for the perfect idealistic would be the key word here, opportunity, what happens is that you don't stop looking. Most often, Virgos, you don't give up on something. It's always playing a little part in the back of your mind, but you're not giving up. You haven't given up, but it can get exhausting. So there's some conflict. This is a very interesting reading. There's some conflict involved when it comes to taking a new offer, taking an opportunity. And that's what's really held up the works. Now, for a lot of you guys, that conflict was directly whatever it was that you were resisting here, and it finally came to an end. And now you have the Wheel of Fortune coming, that your luck changes, a stroke of good luck, movement forward. This is all very karmic too. The Wheel of Fortune is directly saying you are exactly where you're supposed to be at the right time, Virgo. So there's no need to ruminate on, well, if only this had happened 10 years ago, or if only I hadn't wasted my time and energy on that thing or that person. Don't even waste your time. You have been picking up experiences that have led you to this specific moment. It's been perfect all along. Failure is only learning. I move with confidence and resilience. I hope that was helpful for you guys. Please like and subscribe if you want to become part of the tribe, and say hi if you'd like for us all to pray for you. Take good care.